Shalom, Israel. All praise to the Most High God for another blessed and beautiful week thus far. Lord willing, everybody having a beautiful week, a prosperous week, and just a easy going, blessed week. Let's start off by first and foremost giving all praise and honor to and glory to our heavenly Abba Yahweh through His Son Yahshua HaMashiach. Amen. Today, Israel, it's not really a lesson. It's not really a breakdown. Today, I just want to go over all of the holy convocational days, all of the feast days in order. Just for our brothers and sisters who just coming into the truth, and even for some of us that's been in the truth for a while. We may be a little forgetful about. We're not forgetful about when the holy days are. We definitely remind, and the brothers do a good job of keeping us, informed of the calendar. But just to go through the high holy days, the Sabbath and the high holy days, the high convocational days, and that's what this gonna be about. So, Lord willing, y'all be edified. Get yourself something to drink, and something to snack on, and get your Bible and go through it with me. Take notes, please, Israel. Take notes, and so you'll know exactly where to go to know exactly why we keep these holy days and where to go to show what days we keep them, basically. So let's jump right into it, Israel. Without further ado, all praises to the Most High God. Blessings be to the Lord. I want to start off at First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 21. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. So prove all things. We're going to be using our Bible, and today we're also going to be using our Apocrypha. If you don't have this, you can go on Amazon and get you one of these. They're not that high, Israel. I would highly recommend that you invest in it. This is a hardback cover. You can get a softback or a hardback, and it's on Amazon. Once again, I'll show it to you. It's the Apocrypha. Yep. It's also canon. It's lawful in the Bible. So let's just jump right into it, Israel. Let's go to Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. And it reads, Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt do no work, you, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your manservant, nor your maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor the stranger that is within thy gates. Verse 11. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and rested. And the seventh day, wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. So that's the Sabbath day. Let's also go to Leviticus 23 and verse 3. Leviticus 23, chapter 23 and verse 3. And verse 3, and it reads, 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest, a holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. So that's for the Sabbath day. The next one, we're going to do the new moon. Let's go to Numbers chapter 10, verse 10. Numbers chapter 10, verse 10. This is the mighty book of Numbers, chapter 10, verse 10. Also in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, in the beginnings of your months, which is new moon, ye shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings, and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be unto you for a memorial before your God. I am the Lord your God. That's for the new moon, Israel. The new moon is just the beginning of the month. That's our beginning of our months. All right. From there, let's go to Exodus chapter 13, verse 1 through 16. Exodus chapter 13, verse 1 through 16. And it reads, this is the month of Abib. And it reads, And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whosoever openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and of beast, it is mine. And Moses said unto the people, Remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage. For by strength of the hand of the Lord brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten. This day came you out of the month Abib. This is the month Abib, Verse 5. And it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, which he sware unto your fathers, to give you a land flowing with milk and honey, that you shall keep the service of this month. This is the month of Abib. You understand? 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, and in the seventh day shall be a feast unto the Lord. That's going into Passover. But the month of Abib, read all the way to verse 16 from 1. This is, Exodus chapter 13. Read all the way from verse 1 to 16, Israel. And from there, let's go to Numbers chapter 9. Numbers, Passover unleavened bread. Numbers, we're going to start in Numbers chapter 9, 1 through 5. Numbers chapter 9 and verse 1 through 5. And it reads, And the Lord spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month of the second year, after they come out of the land of Egypt, saying, verse 2, Let the children of Israel also keep the Passover at his appointed season. Verse 3, pay attention, Israel. In the 14th day of this month, at even, ye shall keep it in his appointed season, according to all the rites of it, and according to the ceremonies thereof, ye shall keep it. We're going to go all the way to verse 5. I apologize. And Moses spake unto the children of Israel that they should keep the Passover. Verse 5. And they kept the Passover on the 14th day of the month and they kept the Passover on the 14th day of the first month at even in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all that the Lord commanded Moses. So did the children of Israel. Now let's go to Leviticus chapter 23, verse 5 through 8. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 5 through 8. And it reads, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 5 through 8. And it reads, And the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. So we keep all of our feast days starting in the evening, Israel. All of our feast days start in the evening time. You understand? Verse 6, And on the 15th day of the same month, as is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. In the verse 7, And the first day ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 8, But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. And the seventh day is a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. That was 1 through 5. Well, actually, that was 1 through 8. That was 1 through 8. 5 through 8. Excuse me. That was Leviticus 23, 5 through 8. And that's for the Passover. Now, for those of us who miss the Passover, and we need to redo the Passover, the second Passover. So let's go into that. The second Passover, like if any of us, like if you had to touch a dead body or it was some reason that you was unclean and you couldn't keep the first Passover, there's a makeup Passover. And we're going to go into that right now. Numbers chapter 9, verse 9 through 14. The book of Numbers, chapter 9, verse 9 through 14. And it reads, And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If any man of you or of your prosperity shall be unclean by reason of a dead body, or be in a journey afar off, yet shall keep the Passover unto the Lord. The 14th day of the second month, at evening shall they keep it, and eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. Verse 12, They shall leave none of it until the morning, nor break any bone of it. According to all the ordinance of the Passover, they shall keep it. Verse 13, But the man that is clean and is not in a journey, and forbeareth to keep the Passover, meaning that you don't keep it, for whatever reason, and you can, even the same soul shall be cut off from among his people, because he brought not the offering of the Lord in his appointed season, that man shall bear his sin. Verse 14. And if a stranger shall sojourn among you, and will keep the Passover unto the Lord, according to the ordinance of the Passover, and according to the manner thereof, so shall he do. Ye shall have one ordinance, both for the stranger and him that was born in the land. So that's the second Passover, Israel. Excuse me. My bad, Israel. It's getting a little dark. Let's go. So after that, it's the memorial of Simon. So the memorial of Simon. Let's go to our Apocrypha. And we're going to go to First Maccabees. First Maccabees. Chapter 13, verse 50 to 53. This is the book of Maccabees. This is the book of First Maccabees. Maccabees, chapter 13, verse 50 to 53. And it reads, and this is for the memorial of Simon. Then cried they to Simon, beseeching him to be at one with them, which thing he granted them. And when he had put them out from thence, he cleansed the tower from pollutions. Verse 51. And entered into the 20th day, the 23rd day, is what that's saying, of the second month, in the 171st year, the 171st year, with thanksgiving, and branches of palm trees, and with harps and cymbals, and with viols, violins, and hymns and songs, because there was destroyed a great enemy out of Israel. Verse 52. He ordained also that this day should be kept every year with gladness. Moreover, the hill of the temple that was by the tower he made stronger than it was. And there he dwelt himself with his company. Verse 53. And when Simon saw that John his son was a valiant man, he made him captain of all the hosts, and he dwelt in Gazara. So this is for memorial of Simon. I don't care what nobody tell you. We keep at B-O-W, Believers of the Way, we keep all of the feast days. We keep the Sabbaths, and we keep all of the new moons and their seasons, Israel. And it'll be a time where, when I get more confident and better, I'll go over the calendar with you guys as well. Shout out to our brother Ratazan going over the calendar with us, making sure we sharp. So it'll be a lesson one day that hopefully I'll be able to go over the calendar with you guys to show you how to keep the feast days in their seasons. From there, let's go to Pentecost. So after Memorial of Simon, it's Pentecost. Leviticus, we're going to go to Leviticus chapter 23, verse 10 to 22. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 10 to 23. Verse 10 to 23. Let me check this real quick. This is Pentecost. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 10 to 22, actually. And it reads, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. And ye shall offer that day, when ye wave the sheaf, a lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Lord. Verse 13. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor. And a drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the 4th part of a hin. Verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings. We don't went over the definition of generations before, Israel. As long as we generating, as long as we still producing kids and grandkids, so on and so forth, it's forever. You understand? Verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. This is Pentecost, Israel. Verse 16. Even until the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days. Pentecost just means 50 in Greek. That's all it is. And ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Verse 17. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2/10 deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baked with leaven. This is when we reintroduce the leaven back in. Because, unleavened bread, we take the leaven out. Now we need leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Lord. Verse 18. And ye shall offer with this bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams, and they shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Lord. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord. With the 2 lambs they shall be holy. They shall be holy to the Lord for the priests. Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be a holy convocation unto you. You shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. Verse 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, you shall not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when you reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and the stranger. I am the Lord your God. Meaning that, when we got gardens or whatever we got left over in those times, and even now, Israel, don't clean it all up. Don't be greedy and say, oh, I left a basket over there. No, leave it. Because this is a time where even the poor can come and eat, and fill their bellies. It's the first fruits. Let's keep moving. Let's go to Leviticus 23. Well, let's stay in chapter Leviticus chapter 23. Let's go to and let's go up to verse 15 to 16. Well, verse 15 to 16. This basically just reiterating when Pentecost is and when to keep it. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete, shall be basically counted. Verse 16. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath, 1 day after that 7th Sabbath, shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. So that's the first fruits or Pentecost. So from there, let's stay in the book of Leviticus chapter 23. Let's stay here and go to verse 23 to 25, Israel. Verse 23 to verse 25. And this is the Feast of Trumpets. Okay? The Feast of Trumpets. And it reads, ye shall do, this is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 23 to 25. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, ye shall have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, a holy convocation. Verse 25. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And that's the Feast of Trumpets. From there, let's go to Day of Atonement, a Day of Atonement. We're going to stay in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23. We're still in the same chapter. Let's go to verse 26 to 32, Israel. Verse 26 to 32. Just a little bit further. And it reads, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Verse 28. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God. Verse 29. For whatsoever soul it is that shall be not afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. Verse 30. And whatsoever soul it be that doth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. That's the Lord, because we're stiff-necked people. Remember, the Lord repeated things for us to let us know how serious this is. These are very serious days, Israel. Very serious days. And as you come into this truth, you should be keeping these days. If you don't know how to keep them, you know, get with us. Check on the main channel, Believers of the Way 144K at gmail.com. You know, and you can check on some of our other brothers' channel, my channel as well, Believers of the Way Baltimore, you know, at gmail.com. And you can see the calendar, and it'll list all of the feast days and all of the new moon days and the holy convocational days. From there, let's keep going. The Feast of Tabernacles is after this. Stay in Leviticus 23, chapter 23. And then we're going to go to verse 33 and 36. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 33 to 36. And it reads, And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, The 15th day of this 7th month shall be a feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. 7 days, Israel. On the first day shall be a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. Meaning we supposed to come together and congregate on this day. Join online if you can't join in person. Verse 35. On the first day shall be a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 36. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you, and he shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly. Ye shall do no servile work therein. And that's to verse 36. So on these 7 days, Israel, this is the Feast of Tabernacles. Get you a tent. This is a fun time. Get you a tent. This is a time to go camping. You did? You can go camping. Get all your camping gear. And if you can't go camping, you don't have anywhere to go camping. If it's your first year, we always buy tents. We get them tents. We put them up in our living rooms, or we put them up in our bedrooms. You know, get you a tent and put it up, because 7 days, 8 days, 7 days, you got to dwell within inside of a tent. You got to sleep in that tent and live in that tent. It's a fun time for your kids. It's a fun time for you. You know, you can cook, you can grill. It's just like if you was outside camping and you just in the tent. But if you can't go outside, then do it inside of your house. Yes, Israel, get you a tent and put it up inside of your home, and you dwell in that tent for those 7 days. You know, I always go a little longer because it's just fun, you dig? So you can, and you can grill, you can cook. The first day is a holy convocational day where you congregate. If you're not able to get out to California to congregate with the brothers and sisters, then you join in online, you know. And the last day, the 8th day, is a holy congregational day where we congregate online. Yep. So after that, it's the Feast of Dedication. Back to our Apocrypha. You know, we're going to go back to the book First Maccabees, and we're going to go to chapter 4, verse 52 to 59. Verse 52 to 59. The book of First Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 52 to verse 59. And this is the Feast of Dedication, Israel. And it reads, Now on the 20th day, the 25th day of the 9th month, which is called the month Casalu, in the 148th year, they rose up betimes in the morning, before times in the morning. Remember as well, Israel, all of our feast days, all of our holy convocational days, all of our Sabbaths, and all our new moons start in the evening time. Not in the morning, not in the afternoon, in the evening time, when the sun is at twilight, when the sun is completely gone and down. Just remember that. Verse 53. And offer sacrifice according to the law upon the new altar of burnt offerings which they had made. Verse 54. Look at what time and what day the heathen had profaned it. Even in that was it dedicated the songs and citharins and harps and cymbals. Verse 55. Then all the people fell upon their faces, worshiping and praising the Most High of heaven, who had given them good success. Verse 56. And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days, and offered burnt offerings with gladness, and sacrificed the sacrifice of deliverance and praise. We're gonna go all the way to verse 59. I apologize. They decked also, verse 57. They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold, and with shields, and the gates and the chambers they renewed, and hanged doors upon them. Verse 58. Thus was there very great gladness among the people, for that the reproach of the heathen was put away. Got rid of them heathens, Israel. Verse 59. Moreover, Judas and his brothers, with the whole congregation of Israel, ordained that the days of the dedication of the altar should be kept in their season from year to year by the space of 8 days, from the 25th day of the month Caslu, with mirth and gladness. So this is the feast of dedication. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, we in captivity, we gotta work. We can't keep all of the feast days and in their ordinance. And once again, if you don't keep the feast days now, when you get to the kingdom, you saying you want to make the kingdom, how you gonna keep them if you don't even know how to keep them now? We just practice a righteous rehearsal of them now. Don't let nobody tell you that you don't have to keep the feast days or don't keep the feast days. You keep these. You kept Christmas, you kept Easter, you kept Valentine's Day, you kept the 4th of July just now, you kept Labor Day, you kept all these pagan hell days. You know what I mean? You kept Grandparents' Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, you kept Hot Dog Day. They just making up days. Every day is almost every month almost got a pagan holiday now. And you'll find a flag day. You'll find a way to celebrate all those pagan days. But when it comes to the most high holy days and convocations, come on, Israel, let's be for real. All of a sudden, we make excuses why we can't keep them. Keep these days, Israel. It's fun, and it's for us. These are the days we supposed to be keeping. Out of all the days that we shouldn't keep, these are the days we supposed to keep, Israel. Let's do better, because I know y'all can. I know y'all can. Y'all an amazing people, Israel. Keep these high holy days. These are days that we should be keeping. It should put a smile on your face. You being taught the days you should be keep. You dig? Let's keep on going. Let's stay in the book of 1 Maccabees, and let's go to chapter 7, verse 43 to 50. 1 Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 43 to verse 50. And it reads, So the 13th day of the month, Adar, the host joined battle. But Nicanor's host, this is the feast of Nicanor. But Nicanor's host was discomfited, and he himself was first slain in the battle. Verse 44. Now when Nicanor's host saw that he was slain, they cast away their weapons and fled. They ran away. Verse 45. Then they pursued after them a day's journey, from Adasa unto Gezerah, sounding an alarm after them with the trumpets. Whereupon they came forth out of all the towns of Judea round about, and closed them in, so that they turning back upon them that pursued them were all slain with the sword, and not one of them was left. Verse 47. Afterwards they took the spoils and the prey, and smote off Nicanor's head. They chopped his head off, and his right hand because he was blasphemous, which he stretched out so proudly, and brought them away and hanged them up towards Jerusalem. Verse 48. For this cause the people rejoiced greatly, and they kept that day a day of great gladness. Verse 49. Moreover, they ordained to keep yearly this day, being the 13th of Adar, the 13th day of Adar. Verse 50. Thus the land of Judah was in rest a little while. So this is one of Israel's greatest in our ancient time. This during the time of the Greeks. See, we know about the time of the Romans, 70 AD, when that happened and we was kicked out. But this apocrypha, this is during our Greek captivity. When you figure out who are the Gentiles, when they say no Jew or Greek, that's a whole nother lesson to go into, which I'll gladly do. But this right here, Israel, this is our Maccabees, 1 Maccabees, 2 Maccabees. If I'm not mistaken, if you get some Bibles, I think the Maccabees go all the way up to like 7 chapters or more. It's an amazing book. Whenever you get your Apocrypha, read Maccabees 1 and 2. It's worth the read. I guarantee it's going to make you smile, make you laugh, make you cry. It's going to make you angry, but it's going to motivate you as well. If I'm not mistaken, Nat Turner, during the time of Nat Turner, when they had that rebellion and Beacon's rebellion, when they were able to read, it was reading the book of Maccabees out of Apocrypha, Israel. And that's a whole nother lesson on Nat Turner, you know. So, yes, we keep the Feast of Nicanor. So from there, let's go to the book of Esther. So, and that's gonna be Purim, the feast of Purim. Now, the feast of the feast of Purim, that's the rest of Esther. We're gonna go to our Bible, Israel. Excuse me. The book of Esther. Let me go to it real quick. Excuse me, Israel. The book of Esther, and this is back in. I've been through this. It's in our King James Bible. It's in our book of Bible. But in this, the Apocrypha, it's the rest of the book of Esther. So the rest of the chapters of Esther are in our Apocrypha as well. Another reason for you to get that, Israel. You know what I mean? It's a good thing you did. The book of Esther. So we're going to go to the book of Esther, which is the Feast of Purim. Now, this is close around the time, sometime in like December, Israel. You know, when you celebrating that pagan holiday Christmas, which is not the Lord's birthday. That's not that when you celebrating Christmas, that is not the Lord's birthday, Israel. Please stop. You know, don't get that whole, oh, we do it for the kids. Don't send your kids into damnation. I want to help get you out of damnation. Let's bring our kids out of it as well. We got a day where we can exchange gifts, where we gather and we exchange gifts. Let's get to it. It's called the Feast of Purim, and it's in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 19 to 22. Chapter 9, verse 19 to verse 22. And it reads, this is the book of Esther in our Bible, regular Bible. Chapter 9, verse 19 to verse 22. Therefore the Jews of the villages that dwelt in the unwalled towns made the 14th day of the month, Adar, a day of gladness and feasting, and a good day, and of sending portions one to another. That's those gifts I was just talking about. This actually where they get Christmas from, Israel. They get it from the high holy days that you supposed to be keeping, the Feast of Purim. You understand? And you can send out gifts on new moon as well. Every new moon you could give gifts. You know, let's keep going. Verse 20. And Mordecai wrote these things and sent letters unto all the Jews that were in all the provinces of the king Ahasuerus, both near and far. Verse 21. To establish this among them, that they should keep the 14th day of the month Adar, the 14th day of the month Adar, and the 15th day of the same yearly. It's 2 days, Israel. 2 days to celebrate. Verse 22. As the days wherein the Jews rested from their enemies, and the month which was turned unto them from sorrow to joy, and from mourning into a good day, that they should make them days of feasting and joy, and of sending portions one to another, and gifts to the poor. This is the day that we give gifts to one another. This is the day, even the poor, Israel. We congregate. You know, it's 2 days. We congregate, we exchange gifts, we eat food together, we celebrate, we have a little sip responsibly for those of us that's old enough, you know what I'm saying, and just have a good time and celebrate. The Lord wants us to always rejoice and celebrate during his feast days. He don't want us sitting around, get that malice out your heart, get that sorrow out your heart and out of your mind. He don't want us to sitting around, doping around, being all sad and sappy, you know what I mean, and just all mean and you know, just out of the spirit. This is a time of mirth and gladness. The Lord wants us to be in the spirit. He gave this to us to celebrate. We got more days right here in this Bible, Israel, celebrating holy days to turn up and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? And righteousness. This is done in righteousness. The Lord rejoiced. The angels rejoice. The Most High God rejoice. When we turn up on these days in righteousness, Israel, you sit around and say, oh man, if I'm an Israelite, you know, we don't have no days where it's just doom and gloom here and there, just scripture. But no, the Lord give us days that we can celebrate, and they righteous days. And we can have a good time the same way you had a good time in the world. Just don't get drunk. Don't be lascivious. Don't be ignorant. Don't do no crazy stuff, Israel. But turn up in righteousness and have a good time. Have your drink. Have your food. Have your music. Party, party, party. Enjoy yourself and reverence the Most High God and the Lord. With that being said, Israel, these were the high holy convocational days in order from Abib, from the Sabbath to the new moon, all the way from the first Passover all the way to the Feast of Purim, which is the last day, or you could really say Abib is the last day of the month. And then we start our new month, which our new month, the new year, let me be clear on that. I gotta say this. The new year is not in January the 1st. You dig? Is not. That's everything dead. How can you have a new year when everything is dead and it's cold outside, or everything dead? Most of the places that we live in, at least here in America, you understand? The new year is in the springtime during Passover. That's the actual new year, Israel. You understand? So just take your time and meditate on this. Read it. Go back through it. Lord willing, I was clear. You've been edified. All praises to the Most High God. Blessings be to the Lord. I love y'all as well. Always, Israel. Shalom.